All right, let's dive in.
Yeah.
We're taking a deep dive today into the world of CARLIGHTS.
Cool.
You know, this music project that's honestly like kind of blowing up everywhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, our listeners, they're not just here for like the surface level stuff, right?
No, they want to know the why.
They want to know the why.
The why behind the what.
Exactly.
Why is this 80s sound so huge in 2024? I mean...
Yeah, it's wild, right?
It is wild.
Like, we're going to dig into all sorts of sources today, articles, social media posts, even some of the artist's own words to really get...
That's going to be fun.
Yeah.
A little blast from the past and look into the future.
To understand, like, what's going on here.
Yeah.
So, first things first, who is CARLIGHTS?
Well, CARLIGHTS is the musical project of Tushar Kansal.
Okay.
He's a musician based in
Cool.
Ghaziabad, India.
Ghaziabad, India.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's creating music from his own little corner of the world.
Wow.
And it's touching
global.
Yeah, a global audience.
That's so cool.
It really highlights how music can just transcend geographical boundaries.
But here's the big question.
Right.
Yeah.
Why the 80s? Like,
Why the E?
what is it about that sound that people are really like latching onto even now in 2024?
Well, in one article, Kansal says he's trying to evoke feelings of nostalgia and dreams through his music.
Oh, interesting.
You know? But I think it goes beyond just liking old songs.
Yeah, totally.
I think the 80s represent
It's deeper than that.
a simpler time.
Simpler times, yeah.
Like maybe a little bit more optimism.
Right.
Maybe even some escapism that people are really craving.
Yeah, it's like stepping into a John Hughes movie,
Exactly.
but sonically.
Yes.
Like you hear it, you don't see it.
Yeah,
Have you heard the album Sentient Synths?
I have.
Oh, man.
It's so cool.
Tracks like Late Night Palms and Way Ahead.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
those are the ones.
pure 80s vibes.
Yeah, you can practically see the neon lights and like palm trees swaying. It's so evocative.
It is, isn't it?
Speaking of evocative, you know Kansal's also really into AI art.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's like you listen to a track like Late Night Palms, and I swear you can almost hear those like pixelated landscapes.
Yeah, totally.
From like his favorite games.
I see that.
It's like it's all feeding in.
It's all connected.
Yeah. Have you ever felt like drawn to a certain time period?
Oh, absolutely.
Even if you like weren't really there for it.
Definitely, I think it's like this collective memory almost. You know, even if we weren't alive in the 80s, we absorb these cultural touchstones through movies, TV shows, music. It becomes part of us.
It does.
Part of our emotional landscape.
That's so true.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the music itself with CARLIGHTS Kansal. He's like really active on Facebook,
Oh, cool.
connecting with
I
fans,
love that.
sharing updates.
It's like
It's like this blend of
old school meets new school.
yes, like that old school artist-fan connection,
Yeah.
but in this modern digital space.
That's awesome.
Isn't that interesting?
It's like a return to that pre-internet era
Yeah,
where artists and fans had like a direct relationship,
totally.
but now it's through Facebook.
But now it's Facebook.
Yeah.
So cool.
It's really cool.
Okay, get this.
What?
CARLIGHTS released 22 albums
22.
in 2024.
Oh, wow.
22.
That's a lot.
That's like an album every other week.
That's incredible.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's like he's channeling some kind of like,
Creative overdrive.
yes, creative overdrive
Yeah.
from an industry perspective. What do you make of that?
I think it shows how much technology has changed music production,
Okay.
digital tools, online collaboration.
It's all changed.
It's all changed.
It's like the barriers to entry have been lowered,
absolutely.
and it's like, boom,
Gates open.
the creative floodgates have opened.
Yeah.
Think about how technology has changed, like
I know, right?
your own creative process.
Totally.
Look, in whatever you do.
It's empowering.
It is empowering.
It is, yeah.
We also got a glimpse into some of Kansal's other interests.
Oh, like what?
AI art, gaming on the Steam Deck.
Oh, cool.
How do you think those hobbies influence his music?
Oh, I think it's all connected.
Yeah.
The visuals of AI art, the immersive worlds of gaming.
Totally.
It probably informs his music in ways we don't even realize.
They're like subconscious almost.
Yeah, like a subtle influence.
Yeah, it's like he's pulling from this really rich tapestry
Definitely.
of influences.
Yeah.
And honestly, we're just scratching the surface here.
Yeah, we are.
There's so much more to uncover.
I'm excited to keep digging.
If you're ready to dive into the world of CARLIGHTS yourself,
Where should they start?
you can find his music on a bunch of platforms. But Apple Music's a good place to start.
Oh, okay.
They have tracks like High Life City and 80s videos.
Oh, yeah.
And then don't forget about the albums.
Right.
Dreamy Sequences, Personal Heavens,
Ooh,
Dreamy Summer.
those sound good.
Don't forget Future 80s Synth Masters Mugen OSTs.
Whoa, that's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful,
But it sounds cool.
but it's a good one.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to me how CARLIGHTS is like
Yeah.
tapping into this cultural trend
Mhm.
of nostalgia,
Yeah.
but also like futuristic technology.
Like retrofuturism.
Retrofuturism, yes.
Yeah.
It's like a retrofuturistic wave.
Yeah.
Like stepping into a sci-fi movie from the 80s,
Totally.
but with like all the advances of today.
Yeah, I love that.
So interesting.
Yeah, it's really captivating.
This nostalgia for the 80s seems strongest amongst people who
weren't even alive then.
weren't even alive then.
Yeah.
So strange.
It's so interesting.
What do you think that says about our current times?
Ooh, that's a big question.
It is a big question.
Something to ponder as we keep exploring
Yes,
the world of CARLIGHTS.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's keep diving in.
Okay, I'm ready. Yeah, it really is a fascinating thing, isn't it? Like, we're drawn to this past
I know.
that we didn't even live through, searching for something in these sounds.
Yeah, like what is it? What are we looking for?
Yeah, what is it?
Is it the simplicity?
Maybe. Yeah.
You know, like a time before all the information overload
Right, before the constant notifications.
of technology.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's that optimism.
The feeling that anything was possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting.
it is interesting.
So before we
Spiral
spiral
down the nostalgia rabbit hole.
too far down the rabbit hole, let's get back to CARLIGHTS.
Okay,
We were talking about how much music he releases.
22 albums.
22 albums in a year.
That's crazy.
It's mind-boggling.
It is.
And it's not just solo work either.
Oh, right, the collaboration.
The collaborations, I was
Yeah.
reading about some of the artists he's working with.
Oh, yeah.
People from all over the world.
That's so cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it really speaks to, like, how connected the music scene is today.
I know.
You know? Like, global.
It is. It's global.
Geographic boundaries are just,
Irrelevant.
yeah, they don't matter as much.
Not anymore. No.
Not in this world. It's so cool.
The world is shrinking, at least creatively.
Creatively, yes.
Yeah.
It's shrinking creatively.
A musician in India can work with someone in Europe,
I know.
and their music can reach fans in South America,
I know.
all thanks to the internet.
It's awesome.
It is awesome.
It's really cool.
It's like democratizing creativity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Breaking down barriers.
Getting rid of gatekeepers,
Yes.
letting artists connect directly with fans
And each other.
and collaborators, yeah.
Yes.
No matter where they are in the world.
It's awesome.
It is awesome.
Think about it. Someone in Japan
Mm-hmm.
could be listening to CARLIGHTS,
Yeah,
feeling that same 80s nostalgia,
right.
even though their experience of the 80s was probably totally different. Totally different, yeah.
That's wild.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It is.
It's like this shared cultural phenomenon.
Yeah, it's not just the individual.
It's not just personal nostalgia.
Something bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger than that.
Maybe the 80s just represent.
Something universal
Yeah,
through pop culture.
it's so interesting.
It really is.
Maybe it's a yearning for a simpler time.
Yeah, a time of big dreams.
Big dreams, yeah.
bold sounds.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
But what's even more interesting is how he mixes those classic 80s sounds
Right.
with these modern production techniques.
Yes. He's not just recreating the past,
So,
he's reimagining it.
reimagining it.
Yeah, reinterpreting it.
Retrofuturism
Retrofuturism at its finest.
at its finest, yes.
Yeah.
It's like he's taking those classic synths,
Yeah.
the nostalgic melodies,
Mhm.
but like weaving them into something that feels modern. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
And it's not just the music itself.
Right.
It's the whole package, the visuals. Yeah.
his online presence.
His interest in AI art,
Yeah, it all contributes to this
this whole aesthetic.
retro-futuristic aesthetic.
Yeah, like stepping into a time warp.
A time warp designed by someone who gets it,
Who gets it? Yeah.
who understands both the past and the present.
It's like a sonic time capsule,
Yeah.
but updated.
Updated for the 21st century.
Yes. I love that.
That's a great way to put it.
And that's what makes it so cool.
That fusion of old and new.
Yeah.
Like this desire for both comfort and novelty.
It's like our own lives.
Exactly.
We're constantly like
Evolving.
yeah.
Adapting.
Integrating new experiences.
Yeah, and CARLIGHTS music embodies that.
It really does.
Yeah.
That's a really cool observation.
There's something deeper here.
Yeah.
Something that speaks to like the human condition.
It's more than just music. It's a reflection of who we are where we've been, where we're going.
Yeah.
It's about searching for meaning, for connection.
For something more. Yes.
Maybe even a little bit of joy and escapism.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder.
In this crazy world.
Yeah, like even with all the technology and the changes,
the constant change.
Music still has this power.
To move us.
To inspire us.
To connect us.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
It is. I think as we keep looking into Canzel's music and this 80s revival thing.
This whole 80s revival.
We're going to find some really fascinating stuff.
We are.
About music, technology, culture, like
a human psyche.
The whole thing.
Yeah, it's all connected.
All connected.
But I think it's time we move on to like specific tracks and albums.
I agree.
What do you think?
Let's dive into those sonic landscapes.
All right, let's do it.
All right, so we've talked about the why, the meaning, like the whole cultural thing. But let's get to the good stuff.
The music?
The music.
Yeah.
Where should someone start if they want to actually experience CARLIGHTS?
Ooh, there's so much to choose from.
I know.
But High Life City from the future 80s Synthmasters Mugen album.
That's a good one.
That's a great starting point.
That one makes me want to get in like a DeLorean and cruise down a neon highway.
Oh, I love that.
What about 80s videos?
Oh, yeah. 80s videos is a classic.
From Sentient Synths. That one's like a fan favorite.
Yeah, it's got a different vibe.
It does.
More melancholic, dreamy.
Dreamy, yeah.
Like yearning for a time that maybe never was.
It's interesting that he names so many of his albums and tracks in English.
Oh, that is interesting.
You know, considering he's based in India.
Yeah, it really shows how global his music is.
It does.
You know?
It transcends language and culture.
Yeah, it goes beyond those things.
It really does.
And it makes me think about his other interests again.
Yeah, the AI art, the gaming.
Yeah.
Those are global too.
They are. It's like...
often expressed in English.
It's like a shared language.
Yeah.
A common language.
It's like he's created this whole world.
A universe, an aesthetic universe.
That anyone can enter.
Yeah.
No matter where they're from.
Music does that, doesn't it?
It does.
Builds bridges across cultures and time.
It's a universal language.
It really is.
What do you think about the album title, Future 80s Synthmasters Mugen?
It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
But I like it. It's like a statement.
It feels deliberate.
It does?
Like, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This is my mission.
And Mugen means infinite in Japanese.
Oh, wow.
So it's like...
another layer.
this endless exploration of 80s synthwaves.
They're not just recreating the past.
No, it's taking it and going somewhere new.
Evolving it.
Yeah, like evolution, not imitation.
Yeah.
That's what I love about CARLIGHTS.
I know.
He's always experimenting, blending, creating.
It's something new.
Yeah, it's something totally unique.
He's taken this nostalgic sound.
Giving it a futuristic twist.
It's so cool.
It's familiar but fresh.
Nostalgic but forward-looking.
That's a great way to put it.
And that's what makes it so cool.
That tension, that push and pull between past and present.
I totally agree.
That's what makes it so captivating.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the world of CARLIGHTS, what final thought would you leave our listener with?
Just listen to it.
Yeah.
Experience the music.
Dive in.
Dive into the albums, the tracks.
Get lost in it.
See what resonates with you.
Let the music take you somewhere.
Yeah, let it transport you.
I think that's the perfect note to end on.
I agree.
So whether you're a die-hard synthwave fan,
or just curious,
check out CARLIGHTS.
You might just find your new favorite artist.
And as always,
keep exploring.
Keep listening.
Keep diving deep.
Into the world of music.